like a Hellcat.
Before we get started, I have a favor. If you enjoy my content and want to see me continue to improve in both quality and size, please check out my Patreon linked in the description. Any amount helps and it is greatly appreciated. There are so many rewards for each level of donation, so go check it out. Now back to the video. So it looks as if Blizzard is trying to do some healthy rebalancing to the tanks here in this week's experimental patch. Hey guys, this is EmeraldAvengerG and welcome back to Overwatch. So February 11th, experimental patch has changes to Orisa, Reaper, Winston, and Wrecking Ball. Starting off with Orisa, this will make Fortify more reliable at preventing large bursts of incoming damage and should help it feel more consistent as a defensive ability. So Fortify now prevents critical damage from headshots while it's active. Honestly, I thought I already did that, so maybe it's a good thing. Reaper gets a little bit of nerf. Reaper shotguns have a high damage potential but require to be close range and large targets to fully utilize. We're experimenting with smoothing this out by expanding the range at which he can consistently deal damage while lowering the maximum damage of each shot. So they reduce the spread from 8 to 6, I'm assuming degrees, just to tighten it up a little bit. And the damage per shot is also being reduced from 7 to 6, so ever so slightly less damage. He shoots like what? Is it? I'm trying to do quick math right now because I know he can do like 250 damage if everything lands on the head, which means he'd have to do 125 per shot, which means that each shot would have to be like 12 bullets, 12, something like that. I don't know. A little bit of nerf, he's gonna be a little bit weaker. Overall, though, he should still be fine. He is still gonna be a tank buster, but it doesn't require big fat tanks to be useful. Winston, with this change, Winston will become slightly more resilient against shotguns, beams, and weapons with high rate of fire. So base armor and health have been redistributed. Instead of 100 armor, 400 health, he has 150 armor and 350 health. I like that, make him more of a tank. Wrecking Ball's had a nerf. For how often it can occur, Wrecking Ball's knockback is potentially too strong, reducing the distance it moves enemy players to bring it more in line with other low cooldown knockback abilities. Alrighty. Let's hop in here. How do I do this? There we go. Alright. So I'm not really going to be able to show off most of these changes. I'm going to show off Reapers. I wonder if they change Reaper's reticle size. We'll figure that out. First, Orisa. I really can't show hers off that well. Just she can't take as much headshot damage. It's basically it. It'll be impactful because if you're like me, whenever you play any person that can get headshots, you are looking for headshots as often as possible. I might not be the best at it, but I'll still try. So it will affect her, not too much because it reduces all damage by 50%. So it is really just making all the damage only do what it would do normally if it wasn't hitting her in the head, which is still a lot when it comes to some characters. But now it's just everything is outright even, but also just less than it was. So it's pretty good. With the next character, it was next one it showed was Reaper, but we're gonna go ahead and do Winston. So he still has 500 health, but he now has 150 armor and 350 health. So this will make it to where he just takes a little bit less damage on that top 150, and well, he takes the same amount of damage reduction as he did to his armor, of course, but he can just tank more because he has more armor. So not too big. Will definitely help him survive. That in league with the Reaper nerf should make him rather viable, especially if the meta somehow becomes Reaper dominated, but I doubt that's going to happen, so let's go ahead and move on to Wrecking Ball. So, like they said, it's just a change to his knockback, since his thing is only like 6 or 7 seconds, I think. It makes it to where he's not just able to knock people all over the place. So yeah, they're not flying halfway across the map like they normally would. So that's a good change. Not too much. I don't think it's necessarily to change that Wrecking Ball needs to like bounce him out, because he is on the strong side right now. Not because of how much damage it does or his knockback, just because he can survive literally anything you throw at him. I don't know. Might help, but I don't know. So Reaper's next, and the thing with him, it doesn't look like they decrease his reticle, but I nearly one-shot that guy from this far away with that first shot. That's kind of insane. Let's see, it does ever so slightly less damage, but it does mean that I'm assuming that as long as it's in the circle, it's still going to hit, though. That's what I'm assuming. They just push the reticle further away. Possibly. I don't know. But yeah, so he's still basically doing the same damage. Like I said, it's probably only a reduction in damage of like maybe 15 at most per shot. I can't do quick math for some reason on that. I can't figure out how much damage he actually does. Maybe minus 15, and considering the fact that he could potentially originally do like 250 damage if he had a headshot, I don't think it's going to be a problem. I think he's going to be fine. It's going to make him to where he can duel further, which if you're a wuss like me who doesn't want to risk his life, being able to stay a little bit further away and still do decent damage is definitely the preferred option. Try to stay further out of the range of Roadhog's hook, or out of literally any of the other abilities that could absolutely murk you. So yeah. Overall, this is a decent patch. Most of these are going to make it. The only one that potentially might not is the Reese change, but I still think that would make it. If they are going in this vein... Actually, I don't know where that statement was going. Oh, if they are going in this vein, I think maybe reducing the amount, like, down to 45 instead of 50% damage reduction for reset might help. Just to balance it out. Overall, though, I think she's still going to be quite viable, but still one of the weaker tanks. Not the weakest, far from the weakest, but one of the weaker tanks. Just because she is a required stationary barrier tank. So yeah, what do you guys think, though? Feel free to tell me your opinion in the comment section. As always, thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Follow me on my socials. If you have a channel. Discord, join the conversation. Hey, go to my go to my Discord, join the conversation, go to Patreon if you feel like supporting me. This is EmeraldAvengerG. Have a nice day. Stay safe. I don't know what where's the command wheel? What emotes do I have? Oh, alright. Peace out, guys.